to improved quality of life and prevent chronic diseases and improve health. So that's something that should be brought right away. This is the intention of both nations. And the program will provide access to knowledge, know-how, and facility which existed in both academia, both nations or both countries' academia. It's not just academia, it's also research institutions. And it will provide R&D services to companies. It can be any size of company that will be interested in the program to utilize the infrastructure, the academic infrastructure or the scientific infrastructure, and also the relationship that will increase, or that's how we see it. It will reduce, of lab to product time, which is very, very important. So these are the goals of the food and nutrition program. Now, at this stage, I would like to draw your attention to some of, so the advantage of working together, it's almost obvious. It can we are expanding expertise from both sides of the ocean. There is sometimes, or many times, it can be a synergistic output. It's very important. And also exploring a wider market. This is on the US side. And this is very important to companies, let's say in Israel, but also in United States. So there's a lot of advantages of working together, and I am leaving it to your own imagination. If you have any question, we'll be here after the presentation to answer it or to respond to any relevant question that will come from here. Now, so what we did on the way, this is together NIFA, together with BARD, and the Israel Innovation Authority. We decided, first of all, to declare or to decide what kind of topics would we accept for this program. This is a very wide, as you see, topic, and you can include in that a lot of things. But we decided to nail our effort to three main tracks or sub tracks. The first one is improving food and nutrition. The second one is increasing the variety and availability of food. And the third one is supporting healthy consumption. So you can see all these three are a little bit peripheral from our traditional topics that deals mainly with the productivity and production under field condition. Now, the subtopics or the priorities on each one of them, this is the improving food and nutrition. Again, you can read more details on our website. But we will appreciate topics which are relevant to development of innovative food products, new food products. It's very, very important. Development of technologies, a lot of technology that will ensure safetiness and quality, of course. And also, under the improving food and nutrition, we can also expecting to see some, it's a kind of a personalized food, but here we meant here the specific high risk target populations, people which cannot eat specific, let's say, dairy food or some specific proteins that they cannot consume. And that's something which we'll appreciate to find the alternatives or to build for them the required food intake. We're avoiding things which might put them in risk. Now, the next one is increasing food variety and availability. So here you can see increasing the biodiversity of food sources. I'm not going to read each one of them, but just to give you the taste or what kind of topics we are expecting in this program in large. And the last subtopic, this is the supporting healthy consumption. Here we are dealing also with behavioral, improving customer assessment and behavior. And this is a personal nutrition, enabling personal nutrition for each one of us, and many other things that probably as an expert in the field, you can get quickly where we really focusing where we really want to go with the food and nutrition program led by the three partners. Now, since here we are talking about three different agencies, it is sometimes, or in the first look, it looks a little bit complicated. So we'll go slowly, and try to we'll make sure that you will be able, or you're not going to be confused. So the previous slide, okay. So I'm going to handle this part to Shlomo Wald, who actually the project coordinator, and he will expand or shed more light on the funding tracks. Please, Shlomo.
Good morning, afternoon, everyone. My name is Shlomo Wald, and I'm coordinating the industry-academia collaboration. The projects that we intend to see are based on a consortia, that each consortium will have at least 3 components: American Academy, Israeli Academy, and Israeli industrial partner. Can be more than 3, but this is the basic of each consortia. The projects can be handled in 2 different tracks according to the technical readiness level of each project. The first track relates to projects that are on early stage, on lower TRL, and where the project still requires intensive academic research. The second track relates to relatively advanced projects with higher TRL, that the project that is close to application stage, and we would like to see early exploitation of the project results by the industry involved. The first track, which is called the acronym, as the acronym NIFA, according to the Israel Innovation Authority chronology, and the website of this program is given here, and it includes it is a 24 months up to 24 months project, where the total budget is divided by 90% given by the Israeli Innovation Authority, and 10% is a contribution of the industrial partner. The project is up to more than half a million shekel per year for the academia, for the Israeli academia. The American academia is supported by NIFA, and the industrial partner, as a consequence of this, is a contribution to the project as the first right to access and evaluate the project's outcome. And then hopefully the project will proceed to a second stage where toward exploitation. This is the track 1. The track 2 is as the acronym Magneton, and you see the website here as well. This is again up to 2 years project with a grant up to 3.4 million new Israeli shekel. It's about $1 million. The academic partners has a 100% grant, but the industrial partner has to has only limited the grant. Usually it's up to 65% of the budget, of its budget, but the outcome of such a project are expected to be exploited immediately after the project is completed. The important issue that is prerequisite from the partners in the consortia that before receiving any budget from the Israeli Innovation Authority, there should be a intellectual property agreement between all three partners, the Israeli partner, the American partner, and the Israeli industrial partner as well. Doesn't move. Okay. It doesn't move up. Okay. The project, the timeline for the projects this year is as follows. A proposal should be submitted till the end of this month, and the proposal will be described further by Chaim just following my presentation. During the coming month, the proposal will be investigated by the BARD and NIFA committee that will give a go, no go sign for the project. It will be based on the intersection between the goals of NIFA and the goals of the project as described before by Yoram. And if the project complies with both objectives and it is of a high technological and technology level and has a prospect for implementation, it will be improved. And after having go sign from this committee, the project will have to submit a full proposal to the Israeli Innovation Authority according to the rules described in the website that shown before, and the proposal should be submitted till the mid-September. In a few months later, in the mid-December, a final answer will be given to the applicant, and if that is the case and the project is approved, then fund can be supplied from early 2023 to the project itself, to all the participants according to their demand. I want to stress again that there is no money crossing the border. That means the American partner get their budget from the NIFA project, and the Israeli partner, commercial and the academic partner, get their part from the Israeli Innovation Authority, but the combined effort from the Israeli and the American partners, of course, has a much synergetic power, and that can get much better and extended the results from the project. Thank you. Chaim, it's yours.
Chaim, you're muted.
You're muted.
Okay, here I am now. Sorry for the pause. I will, as Shlomo said, I will describe the pre-proposal, which is due at the end of the month. It's a very short document, but it's somewhat pressured to get all that's required to put in it by the end of the month. But we believe that the effort will be worth it for those that are able to complete the course. So, as I said, as Shlomo said, the pre-proposal is very simple. It's just a title page, a brief description of the proposal, and the benefits to both the Israeli sector and to the NIFA project, to which the Israeli has to join. This is the simplest part of the pre-proposal, the first page, but it's probably the most difficult one to get together. And what it includes is the NIFA-PI, with whom the Israeli PI is joining. We have a list of NIFA projects which have been funded and have been supplied to us by NIFA that meet the research objectives of this proposal. And the Israeli scientist has to find a partner who's already funded. There may be NIFA projects that are not on the list that you can join. The ones on the list are what's called a non-formula projects, so they're competitive RFAs that NIFA puts out in specific research areas. There's some what they call formula projects, which it's money that's given directly to universities and research institutions, and they assign it to various projects, and some of those projects do meet our requirements or the research priorities that you mentioned before. And if you find one such as that, you can bring it to our attention and we will determine whether it's eligible to participate in this program. Of course, we want the list of Israeli collaborators in their institutions. And the third most important thing is the Israeli company that will be monitoring the research. And as Shlomo mentioned, at least in track one, they have to give 10% of the budget. Of course, one thing I should mention is that the budget that the Israeli side can request cannot exceed the budget of what the U.S. side is receiving from NIFA, as the basis of the program is matching U.S. and Israeli funds. And of course, the research priority that Yor mentioned at the beginning and also is found on our website. Then the body of the proposal is another 2 pages to give us a brief description and of what you plan to do. The contribution of the research to the NIFA project that you are cooperating with, the potential benefits to Israel, and if it's successful, and how the research is applies to the priority area or areas that you have chosen, and then what's important to us in BARD particularly is collaboration, the benefits of collaborating together in this project, and what kind of collaborative arrangements you might have with the NIFA partner, which could be as simple as exchanging ideas, or you could be exchanging even students or materials or IP. As we like to say, the more the merrier. We also would like the NIFA PI should provide some sort of letter to agree to his participation in this collaboration. I just would like to emphasize to the U.S. scientists who are listening to us that this collaboration does not affect your NIFA funding whatsoever. The research which is added to your project is all funded by the Israel Innovation Authority, and this does not change any particular aspect of your proposal, of your grant that you received from NIFA. After when we receive all the pre-proposals, we'll have a committee by BARD and NIFA. We'll go through it. Basic evaluation criteria is the relevance to the Israeli agriculture or food industry, the market, etc. in order to check the cooperative arrangements and see if it enhances the goal of the NIFA approved project, how relevant it is to the NIFA project that's approved, and how well it meets the one or more of the priorities of BARD's food and nutrition program. And after, as Shlomo mentioned, after we plan within 3 weeks to give a go or no go, and then you will be able to submit a full proposal to the IAA. As we mentioned, we have quite a few NIFA projects on the website. You can see eligible projects that are there. We are very happy to facilitate contact with NIFA partners. We have already started doing so, and for the most part, we have received a very positive response from the U.S. partners who have been approached for Israelis. We will happily send the first email on your behalf to the U.S. partner, particularly if it's a blind date. If you know the person well, then probably our facilitation is less necessary. But if it's somebody who you're not familiar with, we're happy to send the request on your behalf from BARD. And as I said, we've had so far with the few that we've done in the last couple of days, we've had very good success. Shlomo would be very happy to assist you in finding an industrial partner here in Israel for your research, and any other questions regarding this program we'll be happy to answer. That includes our formal presentation. We're a relatively small group, so if somebody has any questions, I think you can just unmute yourself and ask the questions, and one of us will try to answer.
Thank you very much, Chaim. And there's any question from the audience? Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Hi, my name is Ahan. I work with Professor Menachem Moshe in Huji. I have a question. Actually, I have two questions. Like, we would like to work on alternative proteins, plant proteins with the chickpea. So we were thinking if it would fit in one of the criteria that you have mentioned.
Okay. Alternative proteins are more than welcome in the project. And yes, you're working with chickpeas. It's understandable. It's coming. It's really increasing dramatically, and we appreciate very much. If you guys can extend it to the effect on the consumer, how it's affecting our body, it will be even much better. But yes, we are welcoming alternative protein work.
So do you suggest us to collaborate with scientists who work with protein sciences, or which has some effect on human system? Or is it increasing the nutritional value of the protein?
Both. Any direction of alternative. Although chickpeas is still a legume, and we have the soy protein around, there is a lot of reason to move from soy protein to chickpeas. And if you can close the gaps and improve our understanding how really chickpeas can be better, I think it will be for the benefit of everyone. But of course, it should have some not only applicable objective, but also marketing objectives, which actually will you'll be able to show that it will improve our standpoint of view by the end of the project, and the topic will be better off with the new knowledge that will be accumulated.
Thank you very much, sir. Actually, what I saw was there were two options. The second option was with the academic partners. So in that case, also we need an industrial partner from the Israeli side.
Always you need industrial
At least
partner.
3.
Yes, Shlomo.
Yes, I say that this program is oriented for at least 3 partners: American Academy, Israeli Academy, and Israeli industrial partner. These are at least these 3 should be existing within any consortia.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other question? Okay.
I have a question.
Okay. Please.
Yes, I wanted to know to what extent you are willing to fund pilot plans.
There is no pilot plan here, but this is a project. We cannot diversify our main. They diversify the different projects here. Pilot plant in a way that you just if you don't have any science to put or any verification, it will be another track of application in the Israel Innovation Authority. However, if you have a role for the academia to prove something, to deliver something, to that's something that will be okay.
So
Please, Jan, bear in mind that the money goes to in track 1 to the academia, in track 2 to the company.
thank you.
Hi,
Okay.
Kathy. Yes.
Okay, I have also a question following Jan's question. In the track of Magneton, which originally is oriented through validification of the technology, can we have research in the component in it?
Of course.
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure? Because it's something very different in the research authority in Israel. So I want to understand if it's something that we can put in. Since we are collaborating in a research program in NIFA, is it also possible that in the Magneton we'll have a research component?
The research component should support the tech transfer. Magneton is the main objective of Magneton is a tech transfer. For the tech transfer, you need to have a component that should be ran by the scientists, that should do some experiments. You know, the word research is very wide. But here we are talking about tech transfer issues. It's not searching for from square one the topic. Here we are talking about supporting the company or the commercial entity, supporting them with enough information that they will be able to decide if they go with that. So it's not means to start a basic science to altogether. It's any information that should be found under a research situation is in only in one. The mission is to help the company to grab the technology from the academia and to lead it one step ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, from what I learned yesterday, the Magneton has 2 components. It has money that goes directly to the company, and they fund 65% of that, and there is the academic aspect, which is which they fund 100%. So in that case, if there is a collaboration between the Israeli collaborator and the NIFA collaborator, the budget that that will relate to for matching would be just the academic component and not the money that goes to the industry, which is probably the bulk of it, because it's like $1 million instead of $200,000, $100,000 or $200,000. So most of that money would go into building some kind of facility, probably, or marketing technology to develop the product, and a smaller part would go into the research that would help them do that.
But have you saying so, I have to really to stress another point. In track 1 in NIFA, the company is supporting up to 10% of the total budget, and in Magneton, the company probably support. There are some sub-tracks, but around 40%, between 40 to 50% of the total project. So it's a little bit different there, and people should be aware about.
Thank you.
Okay, more questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, first of all, we'd like to thank you again for joining us this afternoon here or this morning there. And please don't hesitate to contact us directly. This session was recorded and will be on our website, and people will be able to log on to it and to get any information. Not only that, the presentations also can be found on our website, so you'll be able to launch onto it and to get the exact websites, addresses of the Israel Innovation Authority, the different programs, and it will save you a lot of time. And always, we are here for you. Thank you very much, and hope, and first of all, good luck to everyone, and hope to see you soon here.
Yes, we'll try to update the website by tomorrow morning. But yes.
Yeah. By the way, the list of American participants from NIFA is always all the time updated. So
yeah,
you should look.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much, and
Bye-bye.
have a nice.
Thank you.
Shavuot, happy Shavuot.
Yeah.
Lot of cheese.
Okay, stop recording.